So yesterday, an entire mob of people showed up on my Twitter feed to rush to the defense of a SWTOR developer and to also tell me to kill myself, call me a bigot, and much more. So criticizing the dev team now warrants this type of mob mentality and unacceptable behavior. I'd like to point out that in all my videos here on YouTube, where I criticize the dev team, not once have any of you guys ever stooped down to this kind of behavior. You've always been respectful yet honest about your reviews. Thank you for being so genuine around here. It is a true shame it cannot be said for some of the Star Wars community in the Twitter or X space. So how did we get here? Yesterday I posted a tweet that pokes fun and highlights some of the behaviors and mindset the developers of the game have. For the sake of not letting this person have a reason to think we are bullying them, we're gonna blur their profile picture. So this developer posted on their public feed, "By Awakening Moments," with pictures of two well-known droids from Star Wars The Old Republic. I decided to poke a little fun at this and reposted it. My own post said the following: "No wonder we're not getting good updates when the devs prioritize their social agendas instead of good gameplay, but I'm the asshole for pointing it out. Can we focus on Star Wars please?" Now the reason I posted this is because the developers have updated companions in the game to be bisexual when in the past they were not, and in current times they are prioritizing updates to romance content and date nights. I simply believe that this type of content, mindset or updates to the game are just not what most players want. Most players want Star Wars content and not a dating simulator. Please listen to me carefully. I'm not saying don't do these updates, or being bisexual is bad, or I hate people who want to do date night content. That's ridiculous. Nothing I said indicates this. All I'm saying is that I simply would prefer other types of content and not sexualized content. I feel like this is a reasonable criticism. My tweet highlights that the devs do have this sexualized mindset and even share it on their public profiles. I realize in this immediate tweet that it seems like a fun thought maybe, but the truth is that they have already made similar updates to the game in the past, and seeing this online only proves it is thought about and talked about within the developer teams. Again, I must stress that I'm not against people who like this content, just as I'm not against people who like swoop racing in this game. I very much dislike that event and I refuse to play it, but I don't think they should remove it or anything like that. All of a sudden, because my tweet was about sexuality, people decided to pop up because they sniffed a chance to call someone a bigot. So here we have it. Criticizing content you don't like now makes you a bigot and warrants people sending you calls for suicide. I do not condone this behavior, and I would call for the dev team to condemn it, considering this entire mob showed up in their defense. Although I'm doubting they will, they are probably laughing at the fact someone told me to kill myself. Not once has anyone from this community practiced such evil dialogue. Now, the main reason for this apparent mob showing up was because another account on Twitter, who appears to be role-playing as HK47, decided to interject into my post and attempt to mock me and defend the developer. Now, I'm more than okay with people challenging my opinion, but when this person showed up, all they did was assume a narrative. They assumed I hate a particular group or people and that I dislike fun content. I'm sorry to say it, and I'm genuinely sorry if this offends anyone, but if you have had any kind of bi-awakening around a fictional droid character, then this might fall under a fetish. I'm not saying it's bad, I mean, you do you. But I'm more than allowed to point out that it's weird, creepy, and somewhat inappropriate for a dev to be posting that type of content. No one is against you having a fetish, but some of us would prefer some other type of content updates, or a dev who doesn't share their intrusive sexual thoughts publicly, even when it's disguised as humor. Listen, if you wanna bang M14X, just admit that, but it's gonna sound weird, always, when a developer says it. Some people took issue with me using the phrasing, social agenda. I mean, pretty sure this is accurate. When you advocate for something and then it happens, this is the reality you come to. Why is it bad to point out a simple truth? Listen, if I'm wrong on that, I'd love to hear why you disagree. A civilized conversation would be most welcome. Just as I predicted, pointing any of this out made me the asshole. Listen, it's fine to disagree with me, but you could at least be informed and not just jump straight to the narrative you want to shove down everyone's throat. I'm sorry if this wasn't the type of video you expected to see today. I just think it's worthy of sharing that some of the community on Twitter has now truly fallen and believes acting this way is reasonable in any capacity. It is not. I just want to assure everyone that my stance remains quite firm and I will continue to represent your frustration. I apologise a mob of people took that as an opportunity to virtue signal and treat people like dirt. Thanks for listening.